Yo, what up, everybody? Welcome back. Another impromptu trailer reaction. As I mentioned in our previous one for the new Hellraiser film coming out just in a few weeks here on October 7th, we also got the Midnight Club is going to be dropping the same exact day over there on Netflix, and that is Mike Flanagan's latest limited series, I think, that has a lot of Dream Warrior vibes to it. I'm really digging it. I like his work overall. I never finished The Haunting of Hill House, to be honest. I thought it was a little slow for my taste, but I definitely want to get back around to that one because that one actually had some really good tension and scares and acting in it. I do want to get back to it, just haven't gotten around to it yet. I heard the Bly Manor one was kind of a little bit of hit and miss, so I never really went out of my way to check that out. But I really love his filmography, and the only thing I got to catch up on is Dr. Sleep when it comes to his feature films. Love Mike Flanagan's movies for the most part. Oculus I thought was a little overrated, but I still like it a lot. I really love Hush. I loved Gerald's Game, and yeah, so I'm a pretty big fan of his work. Very curious to see what this is going to entail exactly, what's actually going to go down in this one. And we got the great Scream Queen, horror legend, horror royalty herself, Heather Langenkamp, coming back in this thing. So it's going to be cool to see her back in the horror genre for the first time in a long time. And yeah, so let's get into this trailer and see what Flanagan and Netflix is cooking up for this spooky season, y'all. Let's check it out.
I'm going to Stanford in the fall.
You need to celebrate it. Break a few rules, I think. Just like once in your life.
Are the odds in my favor?
It's not quite that simple.
Can you say the real name again, please?
Papillary thyroid carcinoma.
Thyroid cancer.
Surviving thyroid cancer.
I'm Dr. Georgina Stanton. Welcome to Brightcliff.
There's my girl.
Every living day here is a win.
How long have you all been here?
4 months for me.
5.
3.
63 days, 17 hours, and 11 minutes.
You don't know the minutes.
I'm going to die.
All of us here are dying.
This is a hospice? My parents told me this was a boarding school.
What's in the basement?
Oh my gosh,
It's a
what?
lot to scare me.
No, wait, don't.
They lied to her like that?
Don't.
Holy shit.
Don't actually go down there.
What is this?
It's kind of a club.
You guys sneak into the library every night and...
Make ghosts.
Tell stories.
Make ghosts sounds better.
Welcome to your
Okay.
first official night in the Midnight Club.
There's so many stories about this place. Stories about people who thought they were gonna die but didn't.
Huh.
To live.
And there's another book of the Midnight Club.
We do not get to change the outcome.
I don't care what it costs. If there's a way to save us, I'd burn the world down. You need to stop. And don't put yourself and all of us in real danger.
To those before,
Right,
to those
after.
after, to us now, and to those beyond.
I'm still here.
Wow, that's cool. Alright, so that's cool, man. Okay, man. This looks interesting. Man, alright. I like what this trailer's selling, man. I like these creepy supernatural vibes you always tend to get now with Mike Flanagan. I tell you, the Nightmare on Elm Street reboot, that's your guy, man. Because he just really seems to, he's almost like the new James Wan in that sense, too. Like, he's really nailing those supernatural horror type stuff where I think people have really played that genre out. He's made some of the better stuff in that. Because even though I lost a little bit of interest with Hill House, it definitely has that vibe to this show as well. A little bit of that Bly Manor vibe I got from the trailers for that one. definitely carries over here, but I like the central kind of Dream Warriors-esque setup. And I know this is based on a novel. I know this isn't from Nightmare on Elm Street, but I like the those vibes of that Dream Warriors kind of vibe of the kids banding together and the Midnight Club kind of being like a little bit of a communal experience for them to kind of tell ghost stories and connect a little bit and have a little bit of peace of mind in this weird ass hospital situation. But it does seem like there's a big conspiracy going on with this thing overall, with like the people that run the place seem to be in on something. Could some of the kids be in on it? I'm not sure, but I dig the vibe of the trailer. Really like that song too. I got to figure out what song that is. But I like how there's a bit of humor mixed in. You got some thriller elements. You obviously got the horror elements, and you got the coming of age. And I like the psychological thriller aspect with the kids maybe having some issues or substance abuse or any of that. I think that could really play well and make some really interesting, well-rounded characters for this series, man. And it looks a little more upbeat, a little more lively than Hill House. So I think that might kind of give all the good stuff of that with something a little bit different and more fresh. In a not fresh, but more upbeat and not upbeat. Sorry, more is upbeat the right word? I don't know. Just more snappy, just a little more interesting and entertaining, I guess. Just a little more upbeat and more of a presentation in that way. Because Hill House was really going in on the dread and the grief, which is great stuff, especially for horror. But just got a little bit dragged out for me as a series, where I thought if that was like a 2 to 3 hour movie, that probably would have played a little better for me just from what I saw. It was a little bit of rinse, repeat a little bit. This looks like it's going to kind of go in a lot of different dynamic directions as you get deeper and deeper on what this Midnight Club really is. And it appears to, like, it's been set up before. Like, Midnight Club seems to be a rite of passage and a tradition. And it's really interesting, man. I really like what they're setting up here, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to be able to finish this within the first week of it being out, and I'll be able to drop a review for it within that first week, I believe. And I'll check in with my boy C-Dub and any other people on the team here at Fandom Frequency that like horror, that might be interested in this thing. We might get together and do an in-person one. Might just do it solo. I'm not quite sure yet. But we're definitely going to cover this because I'm really, really curious about it. And with horror royalty like Heather Langenkamp up in this thing, she had to see something cool in that script because you don't see her doing a lot of horror anymore. And I feel like she's pretty picky. So I'm excited to see what they're going to throw together for this. But let me know what you thought about it in the comments below, guys. I really would love to get into a discussion with y'all and hear what you have to say about this particular series. Are you interested in it? Could you not care less? Are you a big horror fan, casual horror fan? You let me know in the comments below. And until next time, guys, make sure you stay safe. And make sure you subscribe and stay tuned and don't sleep on anything we got going on the channel. Because as you see Michael Myers in the background back there, Ghostface, we got a lot of spooky things coming in October. So until then, guys, peace out, much love, and I'll catch you on the next one, all right?